That's pretty good. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. Thanks for watching today. You know, first off, I like to start off every episode by thanking the creator, the one above whatever you know, creator believe they're in charge here. You know, I like to say thank you to the creator for just giving me guidance, wisdom, and allowing me to persevere no matter what emotions that I'm feeling, no matter, how hard it is, what struggles I gotta face. I'm just always able to persevere and make it through to the next day. Sometimes I don't even know where I'm gonna be at from day to day, but that perseverance and that, what I mean, that steadfastness, if you will, what I mean, it's something else, what I mean. It comes from you. It comes from who you are. But it's are you willing to give it? Are you willing to give when you have nothing else to give? You know what I mean? Are you willing to push forward? You know, when sometimes it seems like it's just so many different things that you have to push forward towards. You know, sometimes you really got to fight a fight that you don't even know how to fight. You know what I mean? Like, you got to fight a fight that you don't even understand how to fight. You know, the only way you could do that is through faith, having hope, you know, believing in yourself and being steadfast, doing what you got to do, to make it through. That's what I've been doing for a long time. That's what I've been up to for a long time. Just persevering, making it through. Every day it's a battle, every day it's a journey, but man, you got to have that grit to just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it no matter what. You know what I mean? Today I was asked some questions. I was asked, do I have like, physical issues? Do I have any physical issues? Right. And no, really. I mean, my right foot is a bit, whatever, because I got like a little corn on the bottom or a callus, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So yeah, my right foot, and my back because I had that, I had fell and hit my fucking back real hard. But other than that, you know, and then I was asked, well, do you have any mental issues, right? Like, any mental disabilities or whatever. And I got to thinking, you know, I got to thinking like, don't we all aren't we all kind of dealing with some mental issue, some type of cross that we all have to bear? Because each of us go through things in life, right? And each of us have our own crosses to bear. You know what I mean? Too many crosses, like too many things fucked up in your life where it could be you doing the messing up, or it could be someone else fucking your life up for you. Either way, they're all crosses to bear. Things that you got to think about that play on your subconscious, that play on your mind. You know what I mean? And you got to know how to, combat those, you know, the things that come with that. Because you let them play in your mind too long or whatever, and and you're not paying attention. It's easy to get depressed by the crosses that you bear in life. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that the crosses that they bear is the biggest, the most valuable lessons there is to be learned in life. You know, if you can manage to bear those crosses and learn those lessons, that's where the true gifts of life come from. You know, pain and strife. You go through, you persevere, you bear the cross, you learn a lesson, you reap the reward. But many don't get that. Many of us, we look at it like something happened in our life, something wrong, there's something hurt us. We've been through a situation and we let that allow us to lash out in the wrong way because a lot of us don't know how to articulate what we're going through, right? So we lash out in a very negative way, a very unprogressive way. It might get you a few minutes of fame, might get you on the news, right? But it's not progressive to, it's not conducive to the fight that you're, it's not going to help change anything for anybody's situation, especially yours, right? If you change your own situation, you help change others as well. So those crosses that you bear, you know, you got to bear them with a certain humility, with a certain humbleness, and at the same time with a certain pride, you know, with a certain pride, knowing that, you know, you dealt with this, whether you had help dealing with this or not. Because some of us went to a licensed practicing therapist or a physician or something like that. It's funny. Now I'm getting all the messages in the world while I'm doing my podcast. Oh yeah, side note. Every time I tried to do my podcast in the last 2 fucking days, I've been interrupted, cut short, this, that, the third. 2 fucking days I've been trying to get one done. Every time I've been cut short, some type of interruption. Now this time I'm doing a podcast. I'm getting every message in the world. Right? There you go. But yeah, but those crosses that you bear, you know what I mean? They're very important, man. They're very important. You know, for you to learn, for others to learn, you know, and it's very important how you process the things that you go through, you know, how you process what's in your mind, you know, what's in your daily path. You know what I mean? Because every day you're going to deal with adversity. Every day there's some type of work, some type of adversity. Every day there's a bit of imperfection. Can you deal with the bit of imperfection that's in your world for that day? Can you deal with, you know? And that's the thing. It's okay. A lot of people with mental issues, it stems from things that build up on a daily basis in their daily life, right? So what happens is every day in their life, they might deal with the same fucking consistent problem, right? And this problem, after a while, it starts to give them a level of anxiety, right? It starts to really build up some tension and rage inside of them. So whenever they're faced or confronted with that type of situation from that person or be it somebody else, it just triggers something in them to make them, you know, snap because in their mind, they just, you know, about that certain thing. It's like if somebody was called stupid all their life, right? And you keep calling them stupid, they was always called stupid by whomever, you know, they loved or whomever didn't love them or bullied with the word stupid. They built up some type of stigma to this word, stupid, right? So, right, you'll find yourself in a situation, you either playful or not or whatever, and you just hey say something like, "Hey, stupid," or "Wow, why'd you do that? You're so fucking stupid," right? They snap off about the word because that word is attached to something that built up anxiety in them. It's not you per se. It's just a trigger word for that person. You know what I mean? Hey, stupid. Damn, you so fucking stupid. Then it's like, wow, you know what I mean? But now this person's off on a deep end. You know? It's it's that way with a lot of things. It's not that you have a mental issue, it's that you have undealt with issues, unresolved issues. That's the proper term. When you have unresolved issues with different different things that may have happened in your life, right? Some of us know how to resolve those issues personally, internalize those issues, calculate them, deal with them, face those demons, either that be physically or that be mentally. Face those demons, right? And I'm saying that because that's what a lot of you got to do. You got to face those demons. You know, a lot of times when you face those demons physically, it help you get over them mentally. So whomever did the hurt, whomever hurt you or whatever hurt you, this or that, whatever built up anxiety you had, face that, and then you can get over it. You know what I mean? If you could face it mentally and get over it, that's fine too. But then you got to deal with the fact that when you deal with this situation or this or a person or place or thing that builds up anxiety in your life, right? you might not be able to physically deal with it, right? Because you only dealt with it mentally, right? It's only when you deal with someone or something physically when you can say, "Hey, I'm truly over this," right? Now, mentally, you could do it enough, you could deal with it enough, and process it enough, and get it down to the point where it's done. You know what I mean? But yet and still, it's only but so far that mental fortitude can be pushed until it's broken once again by someone or something continually doing the same thing that built up this anxiety within you, right? So if they continue doing the same thing to you over and over in your life, and then you just snap, that's what they wait for. Most most people wait for that snap. That's when they want to give you help. Society in general, that's when you get help, when you snap. It shouldn't be that way. I figured that out. I figured that hmm, a lot of situations that people are in were because they didn't get help before they snapped. You know, and what I'm figuring out is you're nudged to snap in a lot of ways. This harkens back to an earlier video I made. You have to really step back from your own situation and observe, and just take a panoramic view of what's going on with you. Don't let any situation dictate your next action. You might be emotional about it. You might be going through some type of trauma or something because of something built up in you or something you've been going through, but you still have to step back, look at it, and say, "Hey, I'm bigger than this. I'm better than that. And this how I'm gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with it the way they want me to deal with it." It it's systematic, man. Hold on, give me a minute. I get choked up when I'm really passionate about something because I really want to help people. You know, I deal with a lot. I'm good at processing them. I have certain social anxieties, right? And I got to get over that at times, especially when I'm thinking in my mind about what I dealt with. I know what you deal with. I'm just able to process it without, I'm able to process it in a different articulate way, right? A lot of us are good at that. I'm not the only one that's good at processing shit in a different articulated way. Artists in general process their pain and what they're going through in a different way. They articulate it in a different way. Instead of going out doing things negative, they go out and do things positive. Create music, write books, do podcasts, help others. You know what I mean? That's what I am. I'm an artist. That's how I articulate things. And it's the word is right there inside the word art articulate because that's how you articulate yourself. You know, I can't help it. Artists are very passionate. I'm a passionate person, so there you fucking go. You know, but we got a lot of guys that's in prison or in a fucking grave because they didn't know how to articulate what they was going through. What got a lot of guys and girls in bad fucking situations because they just didn't know how to articulate what the fuck they was going through. Well, somebody knew that they would snap about a certain thing, so they put them in a situation to get them fucked over. You know, that's why they say all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and all family ain't your fucking friend, and all friends damn sure ain't fucking family. Niggas set you up and watch from afar, watch you fall from afar. That's what they do. Niggas will set you up, watch you fall from afar, and throw little shots, sneak this, like you don't know. That's what they do. Community, family, friends, all of that shit. That's why you gotta get, I mean, me personally, if you listening to this message, right, and you in your city and you've been dealing with a situation where you feel like you don't got nobody, go somewhere else, man. Get the fuck out of it. If you feel like you in a situation where you feel like the walls is closing in and everybody just pretty much ignoring what you're going through, and or they getting you in a bad situation and you don't want to be there and you feel like your heart is pulling you somewhere else, your mind and your body and your soul is pulling you somewhere else, get the fuck out of it. Because more than likely, your intuition is right. More than likely, your environment is not conducive to you and who you are, spiritually, mentally, or physically. I mean, maybe physically you could deal with it, but mentally and spiritually it's not good for you, and you got to leave that environment, go somewhere new, and just regroup, regain, and recoup. I mean, you could always come back and forth, but it's the best thing to do for you. Go out, regain, recoup, try to look for like minded people, people that'll let you do what you do. You know what I mean? And just be great, man. Keep persevering, keep striving. That's all I can tell you. This shit was a rat race for real. Bob Marley said it's fucking rat race. He meant that shit for real. And it's even more so a rat race now than it has ever been, you know? Because you got a lot of pretenders, right? You got a lot of young bulls call it oppositions. But they look at the ops as being, I mean, I guess it is a bad thing, but it's just opposed to whatever you're trying to do, right? And it's like you got a lot of pretenders out here. You got a lot of opposition out here that you don't even realize is opposition. You got to learn how to maneuver around that opposition without letting those people affect your life and the journey that you're taking in your life. Some of us fall victim to the pretenders and the opposition and the people around you who really just want to see your downfall. A lot of us fall victims to that. A lot of us wind up in jail for a long time and then they learn where they went wrong at. A lot of us wind up going down a path in life that they never wanted to take. They might not get killed or go to jail or whatever, but it's a path that they never wanted to take. And it's a path that it's a cross that they have to bear, and they learn that, hey, be true to thyself. You know what I mean? And even when you think somebody's being true to you, you have to trust your gut instinct. Hey, beautiful dog. Beautiful girl too. Well, yeah, man. You gotta, man, man. How the fuck did I put my it was like a Sharpei doodle, a Sharpei Shih Tzu doodle. I think it was like a Sharpei Shih Tzu doodle. Beautiful dog. Sharpei Shih Tzu doodle. Trying to say that 10 times real fast. Sharpei Shih Tzu doodle. 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 You can't. You can't say that too fast. Sharpei Shih Tzu doodle. You can't. It's impossible. What? It's impeccable timing. The wind is whipping. Real beautiful out here, though. I'm gonna make it back to wherever the fuck I gotta go soon. But yeah, man, gotta bear those crosses and persevere, bro. Well, you're gonna leave a legacy of brokenness, right? That's the that's the end results of you not being able to bear those crosses. You're gonna leave a legacy of fucking brokenness. Your children's gonna be broken. Your family's going to be broken, right? You not being able to bear your crosses makes it harder for others to bear their crosses. So this is why it's especially important, you know what I mean, in 2025, that people really learn about mental fortitude, learn about, you know, and really get help, you know, and learn about the appropriate avenues. And if there is no appropriate avenue for you to get help, how to help yourself. You know, you got to be self sufficient. You got to be a self therapist. You got to be a self tutorer, self taught. You know what I mean? You got to be a self, you know, you have to do that. It's only but so long you could go to therapy sessions until you understand how your mind works or how a therapist's mind works. And then you can actually do therapy on yourself or help your friends and family with their problems as well, right? Physical therapy, some is, you know, get down with that. Mental therapy, spiritual therapy, you know, sometimes a conversation can remedy a lifetime of depression, a lifetime of heartache, you know what I mean? A lifetime of hurt. Just a simple conversation could sometimes remedy those type of things. You might have to have a weekly, daily conversation or whatever, you know, depending on your level of, you know, attachment to that situation or trauma, you know, induced in that situation. But just a simple conversation can remedy all types of things, all types of mental things that you may be going through, all types of spiritual battles that you may be going through. Because a lot of our crosses that we bear is spiritual. You know, it plays off in the mind. And the things that play off spiritually and mentally manifest physically. So then you're left with turmoil, depression, addiction, you know, alcoholism, drugism, this and that. And I mean, I don't judge nobody because I like, you know, puff on, you know, green. I like weed. Well, who the fuck doesn't? I like wine, you know, I like a mimosa. Yeah. Who the fuck doesn't? You know, everybody has something to deal with that thing, but I don't ever try to go too far off on the deep end. It's not too good to do that. And if you are, just another, you know, just tip, right? If you're drinking, don't think about depressive thoughts. If you're drinking, don't think about any trouble that you have because all that's going to do is bring about depression or anger and rage. And it's going to either send you hurting yourself, somebody never know where that's going to lead. So you got to be careful with all that type of shit. You know, don't be getting intoxicated while you're dealing with something mentally. You know, try to drink or be or do your thing socially, right? This way somebody's around to catch you if you fall, to help you if you about to overdose or some shit like that. If you go to that extreme of anything, you know what I mean? Make sure that you're doing whatever you do socially. You know what I mean? That way you could talk through things. Because sometimes a stiff drink helps a conversation along and help you work through something, you know, help you see things, you know, clearer in your state of intoxicatedness, you know, intoxication. There you go. Yeah, this joint just got interrupted though by a phone call. I hope this video is still recorded too. Think the bill, think it's still going is what I mean. Yeah. Another thing that goes right along with that is when you okay, we talk about the crosses that you bear mentally and I mean mentally and spiritually, right? Physical crosses that you bear, right? Ones that you may not even be aware of. ones that you may not even be aware of, right? This physical cross plays a role on, I mean, how it plays a role in your life is through your environment, in a way your environment interacts with you, or and vice versa, how you interact with your environment, right? Those physical crosses that you bear can sometimes be overbearing, right? Now, you have to know how to legally take steps, right? When you feel as if you're being purposefully, right, given crosses to bear. So you got to know how to also, make sure that people's not getting over on you as far as harassing you, making sure people isn't, because people in your life will harass you to death if you let them, right? So sometimes you got to let them know, I love you, but hey, if you keep harassing me verbally or physically or this or that, I'm going to have to, press charges on you. Sometimes that's all certain people understand is, hey, you keep fucking with me, I'm going to press charges on you. And they'll still persist sometimes. That's why I'm telling you, you know, man, it's best to just leave the environment. It keep going back to that. It keep going back to that. You know, and I thinking about it, yeah. If you're dealing with that, it's best to change the phone number, right? Change the fucking address. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere to a state where they, you know what I mean? That's more somewhere better for you, where you want to, conducive to the way you want to live your life. You know what I mean? However you want to do it. Whether you're outdoorsman, whether you like the city life, whether more of a creative, whether you want to do this or do that, yeah, do it. Because sometimes you got to uproot yourself. Because you got to remember, right? Because this is just another thought. A lot of us aren't from where we are, right? A lot of our grandparents and things like that are from totally different places, right? A lot of our people are from Ireland. A lot of our people are from Cuba. A lot of our people are from Native, Native Americans are from, Americas, so here. But you have people who came here from other places. So a lot of our roots aren't here. You have to go there to discover who you really are and bring that version of you back to where you currently reside sometimes. Because if you don't have a deep understanding of who you are, how is the people around you going to have an understanding of who you are? Right? If you don't understand you, how is anybody else out here going to understand who you are? So sometimes you got to, you know, save up some money, take that trip, find out where your roots are from and, do your research and shit like that. Go there, find out who the fuck, chill there for a while, come back, this way you know more about yourself if you really care about yourself. A lot of people get lost with that too. They stay in their city all their fucking life. I'm not gonna front. I'm one of those city babies that just been in the city all their fucking life. All I know is city, 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 city. And I don't fucking like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't fucking like the city. It's like crabs in the barrel. Everybody's on top of each other, this and that. I mean, it's good. I love it because it's home, this and that. It's very accessible for everything. It's where I'm from. But I'm more of a country person. I like more rural area, more country. I like outdoorsy, right? Why? Maybe because, well, things that's in me genetically is attached to more outdoorsy. I'm Cuban, I'm Native American and Irish. So it's like, I want to go to those places. Even though I drove tractor trailers, I've been a lot of places everywhere east of the Mississippi. I done been, right? But in the same token, I never been to Cuba. I never been to Ireland. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Cuba. I want to visit different Native American, tribe. You know how they got the little, compounds for Native Americans now where they have their own little land. I want to go there and see that stuff and participate in different rituals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just to experience the culture. Why not? If it's in my genes, if it's in my blood, then why wouldn't I experience that? Right? That may be why Jesus went away for 12 years and then returned, right? When he was young, right? He might have went away to different places for 3 years, right? Because if he's if let's say if or Easter was mixed, because I don't want to be biased to anybody. So if Jesus or Easter was mixed, right, then he would have probably went to different places where he was attached to, wherever is genetically where he was, and spent time there. 3 years probably in each different place, which adds up to 12 years. Then he came back, mm, you know, with a little swag of his own, right? With a little different type of swag because he learned who he was. Know thyself. Hmm, that adds up. I am that I am, right? That adds up. Yeah, that's deep. That's that was a revelation I just had. I mean, I just came up that maybe he spent 12. Maybe he spent 3 years in each different place where his you know genetics, where his genes was from. So if he was this, he spent 3 years there. If he was that, he spent 3 years there. Probably in Africa, probably in Australia, America, China, or India, Asia. You know what I mean? Spent 3 years in different places and then returned back to, you know what I mean? And know thyself. That's part of knowing thyself. Researching who you are so you can't be bamboozled because they will bamboozle your ass out here if you don't know. Mm, they will bamboozle your ass if you don't know. Yeah, it's sad too, man. It's like Beanie Siegel said. He said what he said, the full quarters, said friends will change up on you like 4 quarters for $1. You're crazy. I'm paraphrasing, because he would have said it way cooler than me. Beans were like one of the coolest brothers out there. But yeah, man, fucked up. Fucked up. Find out they trying to use what they know about you and the things that you do and your hobbies against you and shit like that. Fucked up. That's what, hey, cities will do that to you, man. Cities, communities, friends, family. You don't know. They know something. It's crazy. But to each his own, you know, to each his own. I'm just thankful that I figured the fuck out. And I'm not selfish, but I'm not cheap neither. I'm gonna say it like that. Because if y'all niggas or whomever want me to help you out, it's gonna cost a lot of fucking money. Like to help you figure shit out for you. I really don't want to deal with nobody. So I'm kind of done like trying to even, you know, associate myself and really, deal with trying to help anybody else out. Cause ain't, what nobody there for me. But, you know, the creator, a few people here and there. But man, the game is to be sold, not told. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting down explaining shit. I shared enough of my information on here, on my podcast. You know what I mean? All that shit. From here on in, you got to pay to play. That's how I feel. From here on in, with Mr. Pagan, you got to pay to play. I'm sorry. I ain't got no time to fuck with you for free. You got to pay to play. My time is valuable. Seriously, got to pay to play. If you're not helping me, I can't help you. Body fucking once. You have to pay to play. I don't give a fuck what it is. You got to pay to play. Give a fuck what it is. It's a game of Madden. You got to pay to play. You got to pay to play me in Madden. So, you want to play in Call of Duty? You got to pay me to play in Call of Duty. You want to sit down and talk and conversate? You got to pay for that conversation. I'm not sitting around talking to you niggas for free. I'm not. I'm not. I'm sorry. I can't sit around talking to niggas for free. I can't. Can't do it. You got to pay to play. You know what I mean? All that bullshit sitting around. You got to pay to play. Period. I mean, oh, you know how to do this? You know how to pay to fucking play? Bottom line. I know how to do many fucking things. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But it's best to be a jack of all trades than a master of one, right? You got to pay to play. Want me to sit down, explain how to do this, how to do that, how to, properly get your shit in order? You got to pay to play. You want a therapy session? Because a lot of people will use you for your time and sit there and talk to you to try to like use you as like a therapist or like a punching bag for their little conversations or whatever that they're dealing with. And that's a transference of energy, right? That's why therapists pay, I mean, charge per hour, right? Some of them charge a lot of money per hour, right? Just to sit down and have a nice conversation with that, where they analyzing what people are saying and giving them hints and giving them, tips and advice in their life and just giving them the general air and really being heard, right? That costs money. That costs. You have to pay to play. You have to, you know? Just like a masseuse get paid to lay down a massage, got to pay to play, you know? A lot of times I don't even be, all I'm asking is for reciprocation. If you helping me out, help me. I mean, if I'm helping you out, help me out. If you got a space and I'm in your space, let me record. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and do some recording real quick. Da, 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 this and that. That's all I want to do. I'm a pop and stop type dude. Might record here, do this there. Yeah, I mean, whatever I gotta do. But you gotta pay to play. If you're not helping me, then you have to pay to play. Period. You know what I mean? I appreciate anybody who's buying books, who's listening to the music, because I see a lot of people overseas and things like this listening to the music. I appreciate all of you. I'm I'm constantly promoting and everything to get up that listenership and get that fan base growing and going up and everything like that constantly. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. I appreciate the people who flip through the pages and download the books or whatever and pick up the books or whatever. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. I appreciate who listen and watch my podcast. I appreciate all of you. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get that one on one. Anybody who's supporting me, you get that one on one, because we here, right? But other than that, nigga, you gotta pay to play. You gotta fucking pay to play. I'm not giving up any game for free, man. If you want game for free, go to Gillian Wallow. They got $1 million worth of game, and they're giving it up for free on their podcast. Gillian Wallow giving you $1 million worth of game for free. I'm done. I mean, I got advice. I mean, no, I'm not done. I'm gonna give up game. I'm gonna give it up for free on my podcast because that's support me. But other than that, it's not for free. My time ain't free. It's too valuable to me, to my children. You know what I mean? I want to devote all my time to them and doing art and things like that. And doing art with them. You know what I mean? And going nice places and doing nice things. So yeah, yeah. My time, my energy, my conversation, my you know, you know, whatever talents or skills is not for free. I have to pay. And all of you should do the same. You know what I mean? If you watching this podcast, you should do the same thing. If you have anything to offer, right? Don't make it available to people for free because they'll use that and they won't ever give you anything in compensation. Start an LLC, start a business. If you're a great conversationalist, start an LLC where you could, have a conversation business or something, and a meet and greet, something where you're, being a social person, right? Put a paywall between you and what you do great. This way you have a business, you know? I seen one dude, right? And this shit cracks me up. He's like an OSHA guy or whatever, but he created an LLC, and basically what he do is his LLC is based upon him going to places where they file complaints with him, and he go to a place where they filed the complaint, and he just go in there and tell them like they need to cut the shit. And like, yeah, yo, he said you fucking this person, y'all gotta stop this shit. He said you was gonna say that with your flat ass booty. He can go in there and assault people and shit, and that's his business. People pay him to go places and record him complaining about the complaints that he received about different offices and places like that, and it's fucking hilarious. And that's a business. It's a lucrative business. He create content and everything and get paid off of doing it. Anybody could do shit like that. That's America. You gotta be smart enough to say, hey, I'm gonna actually do this and take these steps to make this work this way. Instead of just, because somebody will steal your shit and then they'll be doing it and you won't have shit. And that's you giving away your ideas and your dreams to somebody else for free. Real shit. A person will steal your whole fucking likeness and put it elsewhere and make millions off of it, profit. And you'll be wondering like, why I'm so enamored by this character so much. That's because that character is you, motherfucker, and you don't even know it. They just stole your likeness and put it elsewhere, right? It happens to a lot of people. Your little quirky shit that you do or whatever. Like me, I walk around, I flip my fucking wallet when I walk around. Nobody else. I've never seen another motherfucker flipping their wallet when they walk around, right? Except for the old school, back in the day when you seen the old school cops, the Irish cops with the little baton, right? They would flip their baton. That's kind of what I do with my wallet, right? It's like a fidget wallet for me, right? I just like to play with it, I guess. Pause. But yeah, nobody else does that shit. So if you see that somewhere else, it's like, hey, where'd that come from? You know, no, I'm not the only one with these ideas and concepts, but yeah. All right, but that's my episode. Thank y'all for watching. I'm Mr. Pagan, over and out. Peace. Thanks for watching.